Good afternoon, sir. Could you please state your name and provide your date of birth?
Yes, sir. Logan Reynolds.
Thank you, Mr. Reynolds. Mr. Reynolds, you're here on a Superior Court probation violation warrant for alleged, this is for failure to appear. So I've appointed you an attorney. You have a probation hearing scheduled August 19th, 8:30 a.m. at the downtown Phoenix Superior Courthouse. Mr. Reynolds, I am affirming bond the amount of $500. That is secured appearance. So you can pay that directly or work with a bail bonding company. It's less than $1,000. Some companies may not work with that number. I believe that there are some that will. If you pay your bond, you will be released. You're then promising to go to court on all of your court dates, and you're promising to comply with the standard conditions and restrictions of release. In addition, you're not to possess any weapons, you're not to possess or consume any alcohol. You must submit to fingerprinting at the arresting police department, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Reynolds, do you have any questions?
No, sir. What's today's date?
Today is the 12th.
Okay, so a week away.
Yes, correct. It's a week away.
Thanks, sir.
And officers, could I see, she may have already left, could I see Brittany Bergen again?
She already left, Your Honor.
Is there a way to bring her back?
I can bring her back.
Okay, thank you. All right. Tristan Jackson and then Mark Wood. Good afternoon, sir. Could you please state your name and provide your date of birth?
Tristan Jackson, 11.
Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson, you are here on a Superior Court probation violation warrant. This is for alleged violations of terms 3, 4, and 5. I have appointed you an attorney. You have a probation hearing that is scheduled for, August 19th, 8:30 a.m. at the downtown Phoenix Superior Courthouse. I am affirming bond in the amount of $250. It's secured appearance. However, the amount's so low, I don't know if any bail bonding companies will work with that number. But if you pay your bond, you will be released. You're then promising to go to court on all of your court dates. You're also promising to comply with the standard conditions and restrictions of release, plus you're not to possess any weapons, you're not to possess or consume any alcohol. You must submit to fingerprinting at the arresting police department, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. Mr. Jackson, do you have any questions?
You said $250, right?
$250.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. All right. Mark Wood and then Nicole Foster. All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Wood. Could you please state your name and provide your date of birth?
Mark Wood.
Thank you, Mr. Wood. And Mr. Wood, you have another warrant that just popped up, so if you'll give me just one moment, let me just take care of it. Okay, Mr. Wood. So you are here on a Santan Justice Court warrant. That's the new one that just showed up. You're here on a Superior Court direct complaint arrest warrant, and you're here on a Superior Court probation violation warrant as well. Let's see. Yeah. And this is for alleged violations of terms 6, 7, 14, and 15. So, Mr. Wood, I'm impressed. 11 years and you've self-surrendered on this. So
It's been 11 years? What was
it's been
that
11
first
years. I mean, this warrant was issued 2013.
What was it?
2013 is when this warrant was issued.
What was it for?
Well, for probation violation, for not checking with probation. So, but according to what's written here is that you knew you had a warrant and wanted to get it cleared up.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So, no, that's why I'm saying I'm impressed, sir. A lot of people would probably keep trying to run. So, but I believe if you're willing to get it taken care of, you're willing to go to court. Am I correct in that?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I got too many dependents waiting on me.
Okay, so then here's what we're going to do, Mr. Wood. So in your probation case, I've appointed you an attorney. You have a probation hearing August 19th at 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
So again, downtown Phoenix Superior Courthouse. Address will be in your paperwork. What I'm going to do in your cases, Mr. Wood, is set what's called an unsecured bond. What that means is you don't have to pay anything today. You will be released in about 4 hours to 6 hours from now, unless there's holds. Maybe there's holds from other cities. Does he have any other holds?
No holds, Judge.
No holds. Okay. So you'll be released 4 hours to 6 hours from now. As long as you go to court on all of your court dates, the bonds that I've set will be erased. They'll be wiped out. You don't have to pay a penny of them. Okay? So let me just make sure there's none that are on the same date, because sometimes that happens. No, there's not. Okay. So it's a $3,000 unsecured bond in this case. So again, you're going to be released today. If you go to court on the 19th, that $3,000 bond disappears. You don't have to pay it. So if I do this, Mr. Wood, will you promise to go to court on all of your court dates?
Okay.
Okay. I take you at your word. You have the standard conditions and restrictions of release. In addition, you're not to possess any weapons. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol. You must admit to fingerprinting at the arresting police department, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. Mr. Wood, you probably don't know, your probation officer probably no longer works for probation. Maybe they still do, but I'm guessing they don't. So call down to probation. You'll be given some paperwork about how to do that. If for some reason you can't get a hold of someone, go down to the probation office. There's a number of offices. Go down, get this all taken care of, okay?
Should I call a probation officer that I turned myself into today? Because
Sure.
I talked to him on Friday, and
Okay.
he let me come in on Monday.
Yeah, that's probably a good place to start.
Okay, great.
But what I'm saying is, if for some reason you can't get a hold of somebody, don't leave no stone unturned, okay?
No, I'll be there.
Okay, again, I believe you. All right, now the arrest warrant is for DUI. It goes back to August of 2013. This is a direct complaint. I've appointed you an attorney. You have a status conference August 27th, 8:31 a.m. When you go to court that day, you'll be appointed an attorney.
Okay.
Okay, assigned an attorney. That's also the downtown Phoenix Superior Courthouse. You have a preliminary hearing currently scheduled August 29th, 8:31 a.m. Again, it's a $3,000 unsecured bond. By showing up, that bond gets erased. You don't have to pay it. Okay?
Okay.
Same conditions and restrictions of release that I stated earlier. And then you've got the Santan Justice Court warrant for driving with your license suspended, revoked, or canceled. You have an arraignment hearing September 3rd at 9 a.m. at the Santan Justice Court. Unsecured bond in the amount of $500. So
Okay.
two are going to be downtown Phoenix. One's going to be at Santan. They're going to give you paperwork. So make sure you keep track of your paperwork, because it's going to tell you which courthouses to go to. Okay? The first two are downtown Phoenix. This last one's Santan. Okay? Same conditions and restrictions of release. Mr. Wood, do you have any questions?
No, I don't. All that'll be all in the paperwork.
It'll all be in the paperwork.
Okay.
If it's confusing or anything, go down to court or call down there. Get it taken care of.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Wood. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Have a
You're
good day.
welcome. You too. Is Ms. Bergen back?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'll see her again.
Hi.
Hi, Ms. Bergen.
Hi.
Could you please state your name and provide your date of birth again?
Brittany Bergen.
Okay. Ms. Bergen, I have changed my mind. I am going to release you in these cases on what's called an unsecured bond. Okay? So an unsecured bond, what that means is you don't have to pay anything today.
Okay.
You're going to get released in about 4 hours to 6 hours from now.
Okay.
And as long as you go to court on your court dates, August 19th, those bonds get wiped out.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So, the one, again, you said it's because you went back to prison. That's the only one. And so because I'm seeing otherwise, you don't have other violations, I'm just going to give you another chance, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I take it from our discussion that you know how important it is to stay in contact with probation. All right.
Yeah, I did really well. I had no violations the last time I was on probation.
Yeah.
I had none. I went to all my UAs, everything.
Okay.
It's just overwhelming getting out and getting back on your feet.
No, and
I mean,
and I
don't
believe you.
imagine
I
it.
believe you. And that's the thing, Ms. Bergen, that I'll say is I believe it's really, really hard, and it seems overwhelming. And so I guess what I'd say is I don't want to stand in the way of that. I want to give you another chance.
Okay. I appreciate that.
You are welcome. So let me make sure I just have this right in all of these. So again, does that make sense that you don't have to pay it?
Yeah.
If you don't go to court, you will have to
Then
pay
I
it.
will have to, yeah.
But if
And
you
then
do go to
another-
court,
Okay.
right, it's like you've earned $1,000 just by showing up in court. You don't have to pay it by going to court.
Yeah.
Okay?
And I think I would want to because I'll be in the same position again.
Right. Well, right. You'd be in a worse position. You'd almost
Yeah.
you'll be rearrested. You'll probably have to pay a higher bond to be released, and then you'll also owe the $1,000 on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay? So if I do this, Ms. Bergen, will you promise me you'll go to court on the 19th?
Yes.
Okay. I take you at your word. Okay. so I've amended these. All right, 28, 29, 30. 28, I changed again just to put in about bond is due only if you fail to appear.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Ms. Bergen, so it should be 4 to 6 hours. You'll be on your way.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
you're welcome. Do you have any other questions?
Everything's downtown, right?
Everything's downtown
Same place,
Phoenix,
okay, I know
correct.
where it's at.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ms. Bergen, just so that you're aware too, I mean, probation officers don't want you to violate, they don't want you to have to get rearrested and stuff like that. They often have access to services and can provide you with stuff, and so if you're running into issues, contact your probation officer, say, hey, who can I talk to? I've got this problem or that problem.
See, that's the thing, like, I know her, she was my probation from last time, and then when I got out of prison, it was the same one.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, why wouldn't she communicate with me? I get it, probably it's not her responsibility.
Correct, right.
But the first time, my first round of probation, she was on me, she like constantly came over, and she told me when the job, she breathalyzed me. So I think I kind of was a little spoiled in the beginning, and then I kind of figured that it was going to be like this again, and it's not.
Yeah.
So now,
yeah, and I don't know what's changed from them, and maybe it's just that she has, you know, a higher workload, or maybe they've found a different system works better. I don't know what it is, but...
I'll call her tomorrow and figure it out.
Okay.
But,
all right.
she's probably like, where the hell have you been? Excuse me.
Yeah, no.
She's probably thinking the same thing. Like, why haven't you called me? Is your responsibility.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, right, I mean...
because I know her, I talk to her, she gives me advice and wisdom and everything, so...
Good, yeah, so right, so just you take control of it, right?
Yeah,
you make sure to take care of it, and you can get through this. Good luck to you, Ms. Bergen. All right, Nicole Foster and then Anthony Levine will be on deck. Good afternoon, ma'am. Could you please state your name and provide your date of birth?
Nicole Foster.
Thank you, Ms. Foster. Ms. Foster, you're here on a Superior Court probation violation warrant for alleged violations of terms 6 and 7. It appears, Ms. Foster, unless I'm incorrect, you did self-surrender in this case?
Yes, I did.
Okay, all right. So I appreciate that very much. I've appointed you an attorney. You have a probation hearing August 19th, 8:30 a.m., downtown Phoenix Superior Courthouse. Ms. Foster, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. So you're going to leave here in about 4 hours to 6 hours from now.
Thank you.
In recognition of the fact that you did self-surrender, I believe you're going to go to court on the 19th.
Yes, sir.
And take care of, make sure probation's a priority. You have the standard conditions and restrictions of release. So you're not to possess any weapons, you're not to possess or consume any alcohol. You must submit to fingerprinting at the arresting police department, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release.
Okay, and do I call this morning, because that was, his name is Francisco Sanchez, is who I was with this morning to self-surrender. Do I just contact him?
That's probably a good place to start. I don't know if he is your probation officer.
Okay.
He can maybe give you more information, but if for some reason you can't get a hold of him, or if he's not your person, there's like a main line that you can call, that there will be the information in the paperwork that will be handed to you, or you can always go down to the probation office.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Foster. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anthony Levine and then Christian Lindsay will be on deck. Do we have the Form 4 yet? Still no?
Yeah, I even did the general, county attorney.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Could you please state your name and provide your date of birth?
First name is Christian, last name is Lindsay.
Okay. Oh, sorry. The other person didn't come up. That's okay. We can take your case now. Counsel, I'll just tell you, my inclination is to release OR. Do you feel like you still need to get the...
No, Your Honor, that
the
was
Form 4?
our request.
Okay. All right. Again, sorry to keep you waiting so long. All right. Thank you, Ms. Lindsay. Counsel, could you please announce?
Thank you, Your Honor. Lane Gillette on behalf of Mr. Lindsay, who is standing to my left.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Gillette. So, Mr. Lindsay, you're here on a Superior Court new case. I find probable cause for the allegation of one count of trespass at a critical public service facility, which is a Class 5 felony. I have appointed you, or excuse me, because Ms. Gillette, you are going to be the attorney of record going forward in all proceedings, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Just one moment. Let me put that in then. How do you spell your last name, Ms. Collette?
Tullette.
Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. Jens, I believe you already stated you're requesting OR release?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And again, that was my inclination too. You don't have the Form 4. I mean, I don't know that we would have needed to argue the probable cause today or not. Well, let's put it this way. It wouldn't have made a difference, I guess. So, Mr. Lindsay, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. That means you are going to be leaving here in about 4 hours to 6 hours from now. You have a status conference August 27th, 8:31 a.m. That's at the downtown Phoenix Superior Courthouse. Preliminary hearing August 29th, 8:31 a.m. Ms. Collette, would you like a copy of the release order as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. If we can print that out. So, Mr. Lindsay, you have the standard conditions and restrictions of release, plus you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're also not to possess any weapons. Ms. Collette, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Lindsay. Good luck to you. All right, Anthony Levine. Good afternoon, sir. Could you please state your name and provide your date of birth?
I'm Anthony Levine.
Thank you, Mr. Levine. Mr. Levine, you are here on a Superior Court new case. I find probable cause for the allegation of one count of possession or use of narcotic drugs, which is a Class 4 felony. I've appointed you an attorney. You have a status conference August 27th, 8:31 a.m., and a preliminary hearing August 29th at 8:31 a.m. That's at the downtown Phoenix Superior Courthouse. Mr. Levine, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. You're going to leave here in about 4 hours to 6 hours from now. Because you're being released, you're promising to go to court on all of your court dates, and you are promising to comply with the standard conditions and restrictions of release. Mr. Levine, do you have any questions?
No, that's awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. Then, officers, if we